Billy, what's up, buddy? Hope your disc golf game is going well. This is gonna be like the live everyday pepper review, as long as my stomach can handle it. Got lots of stuff in the garden, a lot more than I ever thought I had before to review. Haven't seen video reviews of almost anything that I have growing because I'm pretty selective about the stupid stuff that I grow. We'll hang out with the Pepper Wolverine. Ub, ¿cómo estás, Ub? Saludos. Ya tengo agua aquí para usted. Casi va a estar listo en maybe 2 semanas, 3 semanas. Nada más en mensaje privado me mandas tu dirección otra vez. Te comparto lo que tengo. Tengo algo que vas a gustar. So, we've been libating, I'm not gonna lie. After yesterday's near catastrophe, today we're hanging out with some Gumball Head. Got things ready, resharpened the knife. Today, well, we're going after a bbg, which is a bubblegum 7-pot, crossed with a Peach Moruga. Always been a big fan of like BBGs. For those of you that don't know, BBG is short for bubblegum 7-pot, which was like a Moruga cross with something else. I forget at the moment. And it produced what's called a bleeding calyx. The calyx is the top of the pepper heading into the pedicule, and in some scenarios it's been known to bleed, like this one. My brother Deacon of Pain, James Mallon, is a master of growing out BBGs. He grows out a lot of them, and I did a couple seasons ago. I kind of got away from them for whatever reason because I wanted to try some other things. I had like 30 or 40 different BBG varieties, and they were all good, but just wanted to try some other stuff. But the BBG characteristic is that the color of the pepper grows up into the calyx and into the stem. And what we have here is a Peach Moruga crossed with a BBG. I got my seeds from Sorana Pepper, my buddy, I like to call him buddy, I mean, I hope we're buddies, Rocco Maltese, Sorana Pepper over in Europe. It's always been a well-responsive, a great vendor. For those of you that ask me to buy seeds, I don't sell seeds, I buy my seeds. I'm a grower, I'm not a seller. And I just pulled these peppers off because I thought it would be a great pepper to continue the reviews. Some nice BBG characteristics. Obviously this one was not protected from the foliage, so it got sun scald. That's for those of you that don't know, that's not a stink bug infestation or anything like that. That's sun scald. Sun's been pretty hot. It wasn't protected by the foliage, so it got burnt. I like this pepper though because it's pretty bumpy. But so is this one. This one's really bumpy, even more so. So this is gonna be the one we're gonna review. Pepper knife. One of my original and first love of beer. My original first love of pepper group. And we're gonna try bbg7 crossed with the Peach Moruga. Haven't had one yet. I just pulled some peppers, but I gave them to my taco guy here locally, so I didn't actually eat a single one of them yet. This one should be interesting. It should have some pretty cool potential. Bubblegum 7 pots are pretty hot. Peach Moruga, I mean, Moruga in general is up there with the hottest of the hottest. So let's see what the Bubblegum 7 pot crossed with the Peach Moruga has to offer. It's got a nice color to it. It's definitely a nice peach. Got a pretty decent calyx. I've had other BBGs actually bleed up into the stem a lot further. Had I left these, it might. But if I leave them on the plant long enough for it to really bleed that far up, then I can't use them for seeds or anything else. I'm just going to have to use them for powder or sauce. But this one actually is pretty spiky. It's pretty cool. Mr. Gardner, thanks for joining. Chad, thanks for joining. It's Pepper Wolverine. We're on review number 4 for this season. It looks like I'm going to pretty much do reviews every day as long as my digestible tract allows me to do so, because season's going to be cut short here in about 30 days, and there's about 50 peppers I really would like to review. Most of the ones I review are things that most other people are not reviewing, whether that's because they don't have them available or other. So, I see a lot of people posting pictures of like how wet they believe their peppers are with capsaicin oils. While this one definitely has some oils in it, we had a lot of rain here. So that's water. That's not oil. Oil does not drop out like water. That's a water droplet. So pepper plants picked up a lot of water from the 3.5 to 4 inches of rain I had on Sunday into Monday. I did just cut these now, but it's not hot here right now. I mean, it looks like my season's going to end here pretty soon. Only based upon temperatures. So a lot of water uptake hasn't been evaporated out of the peppers. But I will comment on that there are some yellowish colors inside the veins. So there's some cap oil in there. Oil's not going to fall out as quickly as water. And as I mentioned on yesterday's video, while this is not an exact science, hot peppers, like really, really, really hot peppers, have distorted, wrinkled seeds, which this one does. So let's see if I can finish a pepper today, because I couldn't finish the vicious pepper yesterday. Only 2 storms since May. Shit, man, I just had like 4 inches of rain in like 2 days. It's crazy. I haven't watered my peppers in I haven't used a watering system to water my peppers in a month. So everyone's growing conditions are different. It's been a kind of crazy season. Lighter color inside the pods usually means super hot to me. I'm not going to deny that. Let's find out. Let's chomp into this mofo. So, Sorana Pepper is where I got the seeds. Don't know if Rocco made the cross or he got it somewhere else. This is a bubblegum crossed with a Peach Moruga. Kind of see the Moruga shape in it. Definitely crossed into something with all that bumpy ass stuff going on. It's got a decent, nice calyx on it. Let's go. Pepper Wolverine 2022, number 4. It's a nice calyx. Almost looks like the fried chicken. The fried chicken's a different cross. Alex got those peppers from the same source, Gage. Just as an FYI. Floral is all hell. My goodness. Sometimes it's hard to get through the floral when you really want to eat a pepper, you want to enjoy it. But right off the nose, right off the bat, it's just floral. It's hard to chew through it and then swallow it and enjoy it. Everardo, muchas gracias para compartir en el video. Hey Chris, give me a couple seconds. I just bit into the pepper. Some people have such a tolerance they could like tell you how hot it is in 30 seconds. I don't know how they do that. I have no idea how they do that. But I'll tell you what. I feel like him. And he looks constipated. Yeah, Gage, I guess when you want to grow out the super duper hots, I guess floral just kind of goes in the territorial nature of having peppers that hot. Holy crap. My goodness. It's been 60 seconds and my head's already like a fire hydrant. Te acuerdo. Para ser un cruz de Moruga, me sorprende también que está muy floral. Yo nada más los digo como los compro. Supuestamente es un cruz del chicle y una Moruga. Immediate mouth burn. Alfonso Prado, mi compadre. Tú debes platicar con Alfonso, que apenas hizo un comentario. Es un compadre de la vida. Muy buena gente. It's a serious mouth burn on this pepper. Serious mouth burn. Making me sweat immediately. It was floral on the nose, but the floral is subsiding pretty quick. I'm left with a serious burn and an underriding sweetness that the Moruga typically carries. But man, it's ferociously hot. Ferociously hot. I think this is gonna... Whoa. This is gonna make me go grab a bottle of water like I did yesterday. I think I'm out of shape. I mean, look. Look. Serious water. Perspiring like crazy. Wow. Pins and needles on the tongue. Gage, yeah. I have not yet had dinner. I got I'm reheating some food in the house. Haven't had dinner yet. Actually didn't have breakfast or lunch either. Some of the medication I'm taking for my injured back doesn't allow me to eat very well. So I've had nothing but the protein shakes, water, a gumball head, quite a contender. This is hey Eric, thanks for joining in. Yeah, this is not something for everybody. Probably another one of those peppers I'd say for most people make powders or sauce out of it. Don't, or small slices like with some onions on top of your tacos or something. But eating it fresh as a whole pepper, probably not recommended for most. But once again, I'm not like most. Yeah, Gage, it's kind of like a repeat of me fracturing my ankle last year when you had your accident. I hate to take medicine. But sometimes pain is not manageable, so you take some medicine and then it has consequences. So, it is what it is. Man, this thing's making me sweat like a mofo. Holy crap. Panic attack on your first bubblegum SRTSL. Oh, that's a serious pepper, for sure. I could see that. This one's getting me close. If I didn't have previous and prior experience to eating peppers of this magnitude, I might be worried. But I'm just enjoying the salivation of the Moruga type flavor. Sweating like crazy. Definitely growing some seriously hot peppers in the garden this season, that's for sure. This is up there with them. Right there with them. I mean, look, you see this? Oh, yeah. Sweat just dripping. Pepper burp. Yeah, at 4 o'clock this morning when I went to work, I was burping up the peppers I had last night. It was pretty funny. It's like, okay, you should probably eat some breakfast or do something. But it was actually kind of enjoyable. Gage, is it at my ears? It's interesting. Normally there's an equilibrium, so if it goes to one ear, it goes to both, and it's at the same level. I'm not sure if I've got some sinus issues where I'm partially clogged up. It's definitely on my left ear, but nothing on my right ear, which is kind of weird. Brother Bear, this is another ticket to the heat ride for sure. I mean, that's not a small amount of sweat. That's a lot of sweat. But that's what we're all about, right? It's close to the vicious pepper from yesterday, close. Maybe I was just in a different physical and mental state yesterday because I had to grab a quick bottle of water for that one, which I don't normally do, and I stated that. This one, I'm close to wanting to grab a bottle of water, but haven't done it yet. Felipe! Chingo? Yeah. So, Eric, should I do like a farmer below? Nah. I did that last year, and people got kind of disgusted by me, like, blowing out my nose on camera. But this is definitely something that I could do a farmer below, and I can clean up the sinuses right now. So for those of you that are just joining in, I got these seeds from Rocco in Italy. Kentucky Snot Rocket, that's right. This is a bbg7, so bubblegum 7-pot, crossed with the Peach Moruga. Extremely oh God, Snot Rocket, yeah. Jesus. Extremely respectable heat level. There's pins and needles on the mouth at first. Went up to one ear, much more than the other. That could be sinus related because there's a lot of pollen in the air where I am at the moment. But man, it made me sweat like I feel like I'm at work. The initial floral nature subsided relatively quickly, relatively. And now I'm left with this incredibly fruity flavor with a burning on the back of my tongue, kind of going down into the esophagus. But it made me sweat like absolute a madman. Holy crap. Okay, well, I'm a sweaty guy, I know that, so it's all good. I got bounced back. Okay, Eric. Yeah, I gauged the Kentucky snot rocket. But like I said, most people don't want to see the snot rocket, so we'll just let my original, doll hang out. Show off the Pepper. Pepper Wolverine hanging out with a bbg7 crossed with a Peach Moruga. Pretty hot stuff, I'll tell you that. But as you guys know, I only grow the hot stuff. Not only. I only review the hot stuff. I got plenty of things that my wife can eat, my friends and family can eat. So it plateaued. The heat's not rising anymore. The sweat factor hasn't changed. The cleaning of the nasal passages hasn't changed because my nose wants to run like crazy right now. Very enjoyable flavor left in the mouth. Extremely good pepper. I'm gonna leave some of the other ones on the plant and see if if this will bleed up the stem. Because on a bbg7, for me, if it's like really, 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 really good on that bubblegum characteristic, I wanted to bleed up the stem, halfway up the stem. A couple years back, I grew out a pepper from Tony Sherwood. What was it? It's a 7-part carbon boot red crossed with a BBG. I had those damn things bleeding up the entire stem. That was impressive. No way. So guys, a gentleman named Randy Pappas just joined in. Good guy. Good guy. Him and I have kind of lost touch only because his life circumstances changed, so he's not on Facebook that much. But I'm very honored that he just tuned in. He grew some incredible peppers. Maybe he still does. He just doesn't post them. I don't know. I know he moved from Iowa to like Kansas or something like that. He's got the Iowa Twister and some other things that he got from some buddies in Czechoslovakia. Man, Balrog and some other stuff. Man, some awesome stuff. Hey, Randy. Reach out to me sometime, buddy. If you need some peppers, let me know. I'm going to harvest a plethora of peppers this weekend. A plethora. Probably 100 pounds. I don't know. We'll see. So, we're going to end this here in a minute because I got to make some dinner for the family. We've been reviewing bbg7 crossed with the Peach Moruga. My seeds came from a Sorana Pepper, Rocco Maltese, out of Italy. It's a serious contender for a great pepper. It definitely has more of the bbg7 burn than the Moruga burn, because it bit my tongue. It didn't want to let go. It did subside. When it subsided, I had a little bit more of the Moruga flavor. It was kind of sweet. Tasty, made me salivate like crazy. I like it, and it made me sweat like a madman. But oh, Nebraska. Okay. Sorry, Randy. Jose Maldonado, mi compadre, mi carnal. Okay, Disculpa que no pude ir a tu casa. Lastimé la espalda. Ya tengo un músculo dañado, un nieve que está presionado. No, ni salí de la cama en sábado o domingo, ni fui al trabajo lunes o martes. So. Disculpa, José. Pero sí necesitamos juntar. Ya tiene un rato que no hemos visto. So, ojalá que podamos a cambiar a vernos. Ya tiene mucho tiempo que nos cansamos a ver. This is a good one. I like it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just try to be informational and give you guys some information. Maybe you use it. Decide what you might want to grow next year. If you don't enjoy it, don't watch. Pepper Wolverine, out of here. Have a good night, guys. We'll do it again tomorrow. Gracias, Jose. Cuídate también.